Hi everyone. I wasn't really planning to come to the Joshua Tree Memorial Park today. I was up here in Yucca Valley looking for a couple of other places, and I got a little bit lost and I kept going and I ended up in Joshua Tree. So happy accident. I just found one of the most interesting and funniest gravestones that I've seen so far in any cemetery. So a happy accident, I guess. And obviously the guy who, or his family, definitely had a good sense of humor. I'm assuming the families wouldn't put something funny on a grave if the person who died didn't have a really good sense of humor. So anyway, I'll share that with you coming up. But I wanted to come up here and just show you the sign here, where it's located. Now I forget what the name used to be. It used to have a different name, but it is now the Joshua Tree Memorial Park, and it might have been Yucca Valley before. It's located right in Joshua Tree. So this is the entrance, and as you can see, it's very small. It's a very small cemetery, but very interesting. And I was curious if it was just interesting. It says it's a wildlife habitat. Okay, I guess being right next door to Joshua Tree. So the humorous gravestone is right back there to the left of the building. You see there, those are the offices, and you see, I don't know if you can see the white memorial structure. That's it's in the veterans section, and it's right to the right of that. So this is all there is here. It's not a large cemetery. It's a very small town up here. Yucca Valley, Joshua Tree, 29 Palms. It's a very small area, very pleasant, and nice place to come for a walk. The crows really seem to love it here. This is an interesting section. I think they're trying to conserve water, which is good. Water conservation in California, especially after our long drought, is it's definitely a good thing. I'm seeing this more and more in cemeteries, especially desert cemeteries, which makes sense. It doesn't make a lot of sense to have a lot of grass here where we get very little water. So I saw this memorial and I just wanted to come and see what it is, what it's for. Okay, so it looks like a World War II memorial. Okay, so I'm guessing this is where they bury the old flags. And this is the obviously the veterans section of this cemetery. I'm not sure, maybe it's only a veterans cemetery. I'll have to check the sign on my way out. When I first spotted this headstone in the veterans section, I read the inscription or the epitaph, and it says, "I've got friends in low places." It made me laugh, and I assumed this was meant to be humorous. And then I got to thinking that maybe Timothy Earl Cole was just a huge Garth Brooks fan. Or maybe his friends are the friends, the veterans buried nearby. His online obituary says that he died at the age of 25 by drowning at the Indian Canyons. I assume that's the Indian Canyons in Palm Springs. I'm not sure if there's another Indian canyons nearby. It's always especially sad when someone dies so young. Whether he was a Garth Brooks fan or just had a really great sense of humor, it does appear that he at least is buried surrounded by lots of friends. So here's an interesting section of the cemetery. Looks like a newer section for niches. Now that's a big quail. We have lots of quails here. You see them running all over the desert. It's a very cool statue. Okay, obvious cat lover. And I don't know, is that a dog? Dog lover. We all have our things that we love, that make us us. It looks like Cactus Jack almost made it to 100. I always like to look when I'm in a cemetery to see how many people actually made it to 100 years old or more. You don't find many, actually.